Hello friends, this is Akshay. Welcome to TeKnowledGeek. Today we will talk about the Project Tungsten. So this is a 5 years old project and about the performance tuning over the Spark core. But very few people know about it. Let's discuss this in detail today. But before that, let me thank you guys for liking this channel so much. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe and please click the bell icon. So let's start and please watch till the end. So first thing, we need to think like why we need a performance tuning. So the performance tuning is needed because the most of the Spark jobs have faced the bottleneck with respect to the CPU and memory, other than like IO and the network bottleneck is very less. So it mainly faced the bottleneck in the CPU and in memory. That's why in these two areas a performance improvement is required. Now let us think like why the CPU and memory bottleneck is created. This is mainly because of like three areas. One is the Spark shuffle, second is the Spark serialization, and third is the Spark hashing, but that is the CPU bound things. So by this actually the Spark face the key bottleneck areas. So now let's discuss the thing of how the Project Tungsten created an improvement. So Project Tungsten was mainly focused to eradicate or to erase the bottlenecks by the JVM. So what are the bottlenecks JVM is producing? First is like the overhead of the inherent memory consumption. So why a extra memory consumption is created? Because like if you think of a very small string like few characters, few bytes in UTF-8, when JVM store it as a Java object, it actually encode it as a UTF-16. That means 2 byte extra for each character. Now there will be a header and there will be a hash code generated, and that will add up some extra bytes on top of that. So that's why when that is a Java object, it take very much space in memory than in any simple UTF character. So that is one of the bottleneck. Or so then the Project Tungsten, how it works, it will directly work on the data rather than the Java object. The second thing is like the Java garbage collection overhead. Why there is a garbage collection overhead? Because when you know that a garbage collector works on the life cycle of the data. Like if it accurately estimate the life cycle of the data in the memory, then it can work very efficiently. But to accurately estimate that, it needs some information. But you know, Spark, as it creates DAGs, so it has more information about the data lineage than the Java garbage collector. So that is also a point area where Spark can do some improvement. So these two areas, how Spark work. So Spark work directly on the data rather than data stored in bytes rather than the Java object. Second thing is, so that's how the it actually going towards the bare metal than the JVM, the Java objects. So second thing is that use of cache. So you know the CPU bottleneck is mostly observed that whenever a task is going for the CPU, the whole CPU time it requires mostly spent waiting for the data from the memory. So that bottleneck can be erased by using the L2 L3 cache. So that is another point area of the Project Tungsten. And the last thing is that the code generation. The Project Tungsten generate the code at compile time using the whole stage Java code generation process, and that actually uh, have more multiple physical operator combined and translated into a single Java function. So that is the main benefit of it. So the whole stage Java code generation process improves the query execution performance by optimizing a whole query tree to translate it into and collapse it into a single Java function. So the whole stage, the code generation process improves the execution performance by collapsing the whole expression tree into an optimized uh, Java function. So to summarize everything, you can say the Project Tungsten moves Spark towards the bare metal to improve its performance. So wherever Java create an overhead, it bypass it and connect to the bare metal, the data in bytes. Second thing is like it use the cache, and third thing is it use the a very improved method of code generation. So by introducing this process in Spark 1.x, Spark first time created a world record in the large scale sorting. So that was a major performance improvement process in Spark 1.x, and that includes the things what we just explained. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please stay tuned for the next video in this series. Thank you.